Good morning. My topic pertains to you. If you are one person, now you might be single and have a date for Valentine's Day, or you might not, but this is about falling in love with yourself this Valentine's Day. We see it's complicated. Uh, all the time in relationship status posted on, like Facebook. And, we always wonder, it's complicated. Like, what kind of secrets are they hiding, And we're curious, why didn't they choose one of the other 10 perfectly understandable categories, like in a relationship, single, engaged, married, in a civil union, in a domestic partnership, in an open relationship. Now, at least they're being honest, and separated, divorced, widowed. But no, they choose it's complicated. And actually, in one type of relationship, even the description complicated barely scratches the surface. Valentine's Day is the perfect season to examine the most significant relationship we'll ever have, the one with ourself. And we can find out why it's causing us pain, what we can do about this perplexing partnership. You are your most significant other. If you're not as happy as you know possible, you don't accept, admire, and love your life, and wake up in the morning just so in love with life and who you are and what's showing up, because it's a process and it's a great self-discovery. You might be cringing at the thought of Valentine's Day alone again. Well, why don't we love, or at least extend compassion to ourselves? We would to a friend, any good friend. We don't treat ourselves that way. Many fail even to like or accept themselves. Not occasionally during bumpy times, but overall. You could experience episodes of drowning in a barrage of inner criticism. We have that voice in our heads, and it devastates us by its self-judgment. We know it's not us. We can get paralyzed. It's like our head being held under the water, and we can't swim and we can't breathe. Not loving yourself, judging against yourself, it's horrible. And as the intentional day of love is heralded and celebrated across the planet, many singles who will not be celebrating Valentine's Day are already feeling lonely and depressed, imagining worthlessness. A 2021 survey showed half of American adults planned on celebrating Valentine's Day, meaning half did not plan to celebrate. And it's likely the same this year. Some maybe didn't want to support commercialism and the $22 billion spending that goes on Valentine's Day. But for many who would have gone on a date, if they'd had one, even a cheap date, this inner critic probably is in overdrive. It's as if someone puts a megaphone to your ear and they're shouting directly into your brain, attention, attention, you are alone. Nobody loves you. You are a loser. I know I'm joking about it, but we go through these things, my friends. And all the months of low self-esteem during the preceding year horrifically climax on the holiday recognized for celebrating loving relationships. I was startled and saddened when, after instructing the college students in my classroom to create a list of the top 10 things I love most, not one student included their own name. They loved another person, their cat, their dog, their job, their new car, going to the beach, chocolate, maybe their newly dyed red hair, but none wrote myself. After counseling more than 20,000 patients, psychologist Gay Hendricks shared that lack of self-love was his #1 diagnosis as cause of mental and emotional illness. He says, if you could only do one thing for your well-being, I would urge you to learn to love yourself. Learning to love yourself is the key movement from which mental, emotional, and even physical health flows. I learned from him also. The opinion you have of yourself is making or breaking your happiness. What you believe about yourself influences you more than anything else in life. We need to develop an awareness of our emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, and how they shape our self-identity. Only if we learn to truly love ourselves can we love others without neediness. Only if we love ourselves can we attract high-value friends and partners. So there's a song, it's probably pretty old, like, are you looking for love in all the wrong places? And we're always looking for love out there in relationships and experiences. Some of us are on a quest for the perfect person, or in some cases, just anybody. And if we don't find people that love us, we believe that's what's wrong with our lives. We feel empty and depressed. All the while, love is standing right there inside the door of our hearts. Our core need is not so much to find love as to be love, to become aware of a hidden splendor within ourselves, and to express this innermost nature of our deepest identity. Eric Butterworth wrote, "Love is not a commodity of exchange. You give me some, and then I'll give you some. But our inner power, attitude, and perception. Love is not getting or giving something, but being something, being who we are. Love is not a thing that comes and goes with our moods, emotions, our sex drive. Love is the driving power of life itself. We can't fall in love or fall out of love. We are love. Love is an energy, a force, and we are it. When you allow this cosmic flow to come forth within you, then you are synchronized with this tremendous transcendent process. You are synchronized with the harmony of the universe. You are synchronized when you are your authentic self, which is love. You are in the flow of God. which is where love comes from. Understanding this highest dimension of love in which we can partake is a good beginning toward positive self-identity, self-esteem, and self-love. We want to connect with this deepest, pure, universal source of love. It's inside every person. However, to find joy and live your best life, you must assume ownership of your happiness. You cannot love yourself when you create a quagmire of emotional misery. Learning to love ourselves means accepting ourselves unconditionally, exactly as we are. If we hate ourselves, love ourselves for hating ourselves. But simultaneously, we use a firm hand to make changes. And here are some tips. Tips for happiness that will bring self-worth. First, relinquish your why me consciousness. We've all been there. Life is a real struggle. We feel separate, disconnected, alone, powerless, a victim of circumstances. We think we have absolutely no control over what's happening in our lives, and we think that something outside of us is causing us to be who we are. It's doing something to us. It could be God outside of us, the devil, an enemy, our numerological chart or astrology, our parents, our partners, our boss, the weather, the government, you name it. There's always something we can blame out there for who we are that's not making me happy. We must take ownership of our happiness. At this why me state of consciousness, notice if you are there at times, you don't feel good. Look, am I in the why me state? It's accompanied by quite a bit of noise, drama, and complaining. And the back of your hand, this is how you know you're in the why me state. The back of your hand is Velcro to your forehead. And you're saying, oh, why does this always happen to me? Why don't they treat me better? Then I would be happy. So it's okay if you're like that. It's a great opportunity to realize you are a creator. Give up the blame game. Take responsibility. You have the power to do this. You're an empowered being, endowed with the very nature of that which created you. You can create a life full of love. You are a creator. So another tip, don't care what others think of you. No one. Do care what you think of you, but don't let others hurt your feelings or destroy your self-worth. You know you're a valuable and a good person. Actually, someone's critical judgment of you is all about them, not you. Bless them. Love your enemies. They need to work on their own character. Don't take it personally. No one, nobody can take away the deep peace in your soul, but you can give it away. We give it away all the time. So another thing I've learned, a great tip for finding happiness is accept yourself right where you are. Love all your feelings. Love yourself for being sad. Love yourself for hating yourself. Love yourself for being jealous. Our emotions are useful. They're like little informants. They tell us to investigate our thoughts What are we thinking? And what are we struggling with? So they remind us to realign our thoughts and affirm the life we envision for ourselves. Get clear on your goals and priorities. Know what makes you happy and what doesn't. And as much as possible, do only what makes you happy. Drop some roles. We're all too busy doing. Spend more time being. Be engaged, though, in meaningful, purposeful activities. Let those things go that don't nurture you. And add space and silence into your days. Take control of your health by nourishing and energizing your body. Invite connection with your higher power and listen to that still small voice inside of you. Live a life inspired by purpose, passion, inspiration. Contribute to something greater than yourself. And perhaps the most important tip I can give you as a habit for happiness is trust life's unfolding. Live in the trust frequency. So when we realize we are responsible for our own happiness, independent of anyone else or anything, when we realize our true nature and the nature of the universe is love, we can enjoy all relationships that show up exactly as they are. We require nobody to change to make us happy. We stay in authenticity, and we don't need to change because a partner or parent wishes us to. We connect with our higher self, and we share the intoxicating love we open to and we find inside with everyone throughout our day. You can be a love magnet. I found the more I love others and serve the greater good, the more I am lovable to myself and others. And who doesn't love someone who radiates happiness, whose purpose is creating happiness for others? You will become like honey to the bees. Just give away all the love and kindness you can. And the law of attraction will slam you with love from all sides. Get ready, my friends. So, do you realize why your cell phone will not let any other person's fingerprint open it? Only yours. Fingerprints are unique, illustrating every person is special and unique, and no one else was born to play your role in life. You have to be authentically who you are, or you're doing a disservice to the universe. You were born to be who you are in these times. Listen to your inner guidance. Find out what you and you alone came to earth to accomplish. You will have all the help you need. My friends, in conclusion, you are not worthless because you are a single and without a date on a designated holiday. The universe and all humankind needs your gifts. This Valentine's Day, please do yourself a favor and ignore all those jewelry commercials like Zales, diamond store, the advertisements, enticing you, buy a diamond for your lover. If you really love them, you will do that. No. Make a solid commitment to find that sparkling diamond-like quality of happiness shining inside yourself. And when you discover it, love and treasure it like no other. Self-love is honestly your deepest and most lasting relationship. It can become uncomplicated and be your foundation for security and joy, for peace, for love. Now, there is one more surprise you should be aware of that will befall you when you feel worthy, because you know you are unique and you've given up your poor me victim status by taking the reins of gradual self-improvement. You will find agape, groups of people to lovingly interact with. You will also draw to you individual friends, perfect for you, meant for deep and loving relationships. And what you want the most is for them to be happy, because you've already got your own happiness covered. This is divine love. Fall in love with yourself, and may you have the best Valentine's Day ever.